Well, agriculture groups are wary of another round of those payments and frustrated over the tariff hike in general. RFD-TV's Sarah Mogg reports on the current mood in farm country.
After nearly 2 years of arguing against tariffs, ag groups prepare to deal with a new round of retaliations from China.
We're still working with the administration and then with the overnight talks. With what we have put in additional tariffs, it's heightened the conversation.
As farm groups prepare, Midwest city leaders say they are also concerned about tariff impacts on everything from manufacturing to shipping. But in the meantime, they're concerned with flooding, which has ground many Midwest economies to a halt.
We have a 5-mile stretch of the Mississippi River that was closed due to flooding. Whenever the Mississippi River is closed, and that costs the nation $300 million a day in lost economic productivity.
City officials along the Mississippi say they're disappointed by both the White House's failure to support aid for farmers in the disaster bill and what they describe as tweets and bluster from the president on trade.
I support measures to win better trade deals for the U.S., but I think we've been patient with the administration, and we're going through a record flood, which adds insult to injury.
And having been managing water above flood stage for over 40 days in the Quad Cities, this is not the most opportune time to prolong tariff battles and give our soybean growers more bad news.
Despite recent comments from the vice president saying the administration will consider additional trade aid, Stevens says that's not the solution farmers are looking for.
That's not something we're ready to go into right now. I'm not going to say it's not an option down the road. I will not say that whatsoever. But I know, too, we need to fix and make sure that this market is viable for not only 2019, but for 2020 and 2021.
Leaders hope that a possible dry spell later this week will help alleviate some of the pressure on flooded communities in the upper Mississippi, while lower water levels should help farmers get more grain into barges and onto rail cars. Where that product will eventually be headed remains to be seen. For RFD-TV, I'm Sarah Mogg in Washington.
Thank you, Sarah. Well, the Mississippi City and Town Institute says half of the top 20 soybean producing states are along the Mississippi, including Illinois, Iowa, Minnesota, and also Arkansas. Well, the U.S. beef industry